Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph will be launching the most comprehensive online election website ever created in New South Wales and Australia. Over the last 6 months, we have been preparing for this state election to ensure that we have the most in-depth coverage available anywhere. Already, the Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph combined, the websites have more than 1.4 million readers on a monthly basis. They show us that they are interested in elections and election issues, and they are invested in offering their opinion upon those. The new election site that we've built is designed for them to be able to have their say on all the most important issues, the leaders, and right down to an electorate level in a way that's never been done before. On the homepage of the Daily and the Sunday Telegraph websites will be a completely new module from the 19th of February, which will offer the headline stats that we've pulled in from voting throughout the site. That will include which party would win if the election was held today. It will also say what's the hottest issue with voters around New South Wales. It will identify what are the closest electorates where people are really fighting it out. And it will also say how many people have been voting every day, every week, right up to the election day itself. Our New South Wales election dedicated page will contain all of the news from that day taken from the newspaper, as well as unique content created by our team of expert journalists and the web team. It will show the latest headline voting and also be broken into a series of sections including hottest issues, closest electorates, and how the leaders are travelling head to head. It will show for the first time whether a leader may be doing well and his party may not be. It will also enable us to have an exit poll every day as voted by Telegraph and Sunday Telegraph readers throughout the election, starting on the 19th of February and running for 5 solid weeks up to the election day in March. At the very centre of knowing which way to vote will be your opinions on the top 20 issues affecting the state. They could be such issues as housing, crime, education, and so forth, water, drought, and so on. We have created a page where people can vote on each of those issues on a daily basis. If a party leader or a party decides to make an announcement on water, we'll be able to track by the end of the day whether it has resonated with the readers or not. We will know whether the party leader has done a good job in presenting it, and we're able to show that every day, both in the paper and in the website, which is an important point because rather than just replicating what is produced in the newspaper, this website will revolutionise the way elections are carried out in New South Wales and how they're covered in newspapers. Because for the first time, the content collated from here will decide the editorial policy and direction of the paper the following day. Every person that comes into the election voting page will be a person invested in that issue. They will care deeply about water, or about crime, or about P-plates, and so on. And we're offering a series of promotional spots so you can sponsor that question. You will know that the person in that page voting on that issue will be deeply concerned about it, and you will therefore get a higher click-through rate. Once people have voted, it will then produce a box, as shown here, that will show you how each party is travelling on that issue. All of that data will be collated, collected, and then used to decide how we cover it in the paper the following day. But also, for the parties, it will be a cannot-miss piece of information about whether they're doing the best job on the most important issues, according to the readers. Clearly, this election will be about the leaders. It could go either way. So, we have an option where people can vote for who they think is the best leader. Will it be Maurice Iemma? Will it be Peter Debnam? We won't know until election day. But every single day throughout this campaign and for 5 weeks, we'll be charting their progress in a worm. You'll be able to tell whether the readers think they're doing a good job. In the analysis, you'll be able to find out when the election was won and lost. Any gaffes will clearly show a drop in popularity. That, again, will be published in the newspaper and will be represented constantly online in the party leaders' pages. Elections may be decided state by state, but ultimately it's how people are voting in individual electorates that will decide which way this election goes, who will win and who will lose. What this site does uniquely in Australia is it enables you to vote in your electorate, but also it will enable you to vote what you think are the top 20 issues in your electorate. The data that will give you is that it will tell you that currently Party A is winning in Manly, for example, but that public transport may be the hottest issue there. or that policing may be second. When that's then rolled out across all 93 electorates, we will know what matters most to the people in each of those individual locations and how they're voting. That will be a major factor in deciding which way this election will go. All of the data collated from all the previous pages will be pulled into a massive interactive map, the detail of which has never yet been seen. It will enable you to see at a glance which parties are winning by colour coding each and every electorate. But it will do more than that. It will tell you in which district P-plates is the hottest issue, or maybe in the rural areas it may be water, or maybe in the metropolitan areas it could be public transport, roads or infrastructure, power or water. At the click of a mouse, you'll be able to tell on a state level what the hottest issues are. We've called it a heat map. It will enable you to click P-plates, for example, and all of the districts that have highlighted that as a big issue will light up in red. The areas that think it isn't important will light up in yellow. If water is the issue, that will light up in red. It's an at-a-glance guide that will tell you exactly how people are feeling in every single electorate from north, south, east and west of New South Wales in a detail that has never before been seen. In conclusion, the website that we are creating will be the most comprehensive election website created anywhere in Australia ever. It will enable you to chart right down to an individual what they think, why they think it, and what party they think is doing the best job on it. It will be a place where people can come and get depth of information never before seen. It will be supported by our top-tier political writers and analysts, but it will also contain thousands of reader comments. We believe this will revolutionise the way people vote in New South Wales and set the standard for the future of elections in this country.